You're a wizard, Riley. No.
I was trying to think of Greg G Wizzy is a free elf.
Okay. Summer League roster reaction, Washington Wizards edition. You said before I clicked record, quote, "This is my favorite one." And I think for good reason. This team rocks. Patrick Baldwin Jr., Jules Bernard, Jared Butler, John Butler Jr., a couple Butlers, both JBs. I love that. Bub Carrington, Justin Champagny, Johnny Davis, Taylor Funk, Kaishawn George, Marquise Noel, Eugene Amorie, Tyler Robertson, Alex Sarr, Eric Stevenson, and Tristan Vucevic. I mean, find me a more fun summer league roster. I'll find you a liar, Riley. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, this roster is awesome. It is truly a who's who of college basketball bucket getters and college basketball like upside swings who never hit, who never materialized. Like PBJ was supposed to be this 6'9", 6'10" knockdown shooter who wasted away for a year at Milwaukee, hasn't done anything in the league. John Butler Jr. was like a 7-footer at Florida State who had handles, who hasn't put it all together yet. Those are like the two upside guys who stick out. But then Justin Champagny was a bucket at Pitt. Johnny Davis gave the whole nation buckets for a year at Wisconsin. Jared Butler, national champion. Jules Bernard, who was a great heat check guy at UCLA. And then, of course, Marquise Noel, who could forget that tournament run in 2023 when he was like arguably the most fun player to watch. So that's not even mentioning Eric Stevenson, the dude who's never seen a shot he doesn't like. This is like this Wizards club is gonna be there to like, basically to just do him and go one on one and see what happens. Leave
Yeah,
the results to God, so to speak.
Riley, I hate to say this to you, especially you of all people, but it's officially a do him summer because this is the do him summer league team. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna share the ball. Everybody's gonna do him one by one by one. I really love this group. It's fun for sure. Johnny Davis probably didn't need to be here, with all due respect. I know he's like really playing for his NBA career and grasping at straws at this point, but you got a lot of guards already on this team. Guards I'm a lot more excited to watch. I think Johnny Davis just isn't an NBA player. Like if this turns into Johnny Davis scoring 20 a game in summer league at the expense of some of these other guys, you can see what you have. That would be a failure to me. But
Mm.
you never know. Maybe he can resurrect his career a little bit. It is interesting because, man, I love Bub Carrington. Like I think that dude's incredible. I think more often than not, he is the most exhilarating guard on the basketball court almost every single game. And he's the third most exciting guard on this roster. Like Marquise Noel and Kaishawn George are going to be awesome and fun to watch. Like, I just what a collection. I don't know how they're going to stagger rotations. Like Jared Butler's there too. Obviously, Johnny Davis. You got to, like, all these dudes kind of need the ball and need opportunity if they're going to play. So it might be one of those things where some of these guys get some DNPs and it makes me sad. But on paper, it's a great group. Alex Sarr, a lot of people think he's the most talented player in the draft. He forced his way to Washington to be second. Uh, is this a good roster for Alex Sarr? Like, it is a lot of ball dominant dudes.
I think like it's a lot of ball dominant dudes, but not a lot of guys who are concerned with playing defense. Like Jules Bernard was a sieve on those UCLA teams. Honestly, kind of crazy that he played as much as he did for Mick Cronin, who's always cut his teeth on toughness, grittiness, defense, etc. Carrington's not much of a defender at this point in his development. Justin Champagny wasn't either. Johnny Davis couldn't guard Carter. He could guard me. I'll give him that, but
Yeah.
but Sarr, I think, will like he should have some defensive splash plays, but I also just think he's pretty clearly the most talented player on this team. That even if he's not like getting the ball a ton in his hands, I think he'll make the most of his opportunities. And I kind of think we'll get like a Khalil Ware type game where he has 27, 12, and 3 blocks, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, should this have been the number one pick? And granted, say what you will, I know he didn't work out for Atlanta, but that's going to be my prediction, is that he has a game that shows why he was the most talented player in the draft class.
I hope that happens. We're getting a lot of like standing in the corner, empty gym, post practice workouts right now. Like that's the Alex Sarr thing, even since the pre draft process. The only time I see video clips of this man, he's just shooting corner threes on his own with a rebounder. There's nobody else in the film. I haven't seen him do anything on a basketball court other than that. there's a massive hitch in his jumper, and nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm excited to see how it looks in a real setting. I hope that happens because I mean it feels like consensus was he was the most talented player in this draft class. I won't be surprised if it does. Riley, I also think there's like a 10% chance that John Butler Jr. just looks better than Alex Sarr, and then everybody like has a full blown freak out.
I mean, John Butler is basically no, we don't that is like we don't need Alex Sarr because we have Alex Sarr at home.
Exactly. I
Okay, you're a massive hitch in his jumper is a bit of a overstatement. There is a hitch, but I've seen worse.
but like you're not supposed to like be the best player in a draft class with an obvious hitch in the jumper, man. You're just not.
But if he's a five, it doesn't matter as much, right? Like
I'm just curious if he gets these shots off in a game setting. It's why I'm so excited to watch this team. Last thing I will just add, one of my favorite things to do with summer league rosters is look at the numbers because if you have like a normal basketball number, that means your team believes in you and cares about you a little bit. If you have like 47 upward into anything, that just means like you're here for 3 days. Enjoy Vegas. This team, to my eye, has the most of any team regular numbers. They only have
mhm.
two, maybe three guys who are like out of the realm of normal numbers. Marquise Noel, which is sad, Eugene Amorie, and Eric Stevenson. Everybody else has like a real basketball number. I think that means the Wizards are like serious about a lot of these dudes, and that makes it fun for me, you know?
Yeah, I would even push back that say 99 for Marquise Noel is it's better than being 46 or like 61, because
You're not
99
wrong.
at least,
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't strike you as there are actual NBA players who have worn 99.
You're not wrong. That's a fair point. Yeah, who was the last team we did? The Nets or the Hawks or somebody just had like seven different numbers in the 40s. And I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
they don't care about any of these dudes. Like that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it is. The
bleak.
Wizards care about these guys. What would your starting lineup be? This is one of the toughest ones to build a lineup out of.
All right, for sure Bub is in there, for sure Sarr is in there. So that's two. Get Johnny Davis out of my face. For sure Keyshawn George is in there. So you probably want Dude, I would love to see, gosh, a backcourt of Noel, Bub, and Keyshawn would be freaking awesome at your 1 through 3. Um, Sarr at the 5, and then throw Justin Champagny at the 4.
Okay. I'm gonna go all offense. I'll go Sarr at the 5, Patrick Baldwin Jr. at the 4. And then man, Bub and Kaishan gotta be in there for sure. So that leaves an opening at the 3. And I think they're gonna play Johnny Davis. I'll say Johnny Davis. Just give him one more. It's gross, but we'll see.
Was he? Yeah.
Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. You know, honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.